Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we got some new folders and some new EDC fixed blades to share with y'all. Let's jump right into it. First up, we have the off-grid knives Scorpion V3. I've never got to check out the Scorpion yet, and I'm so glad I got the chance to check it out. This thing is awesome. This is a larger knife. It's got a 4-inch blade, titanium scales with the carbon fiber inlays. There's different variants of this one, and overall, I'm pretty impressed. I think the OEM on these two premium knives I'm going to show you are both Best Tech, I'm pretty sure. And the V3 is in a CPM Magna Cut steel. And from my knowledge, Best Tech has been Rockwelling their Magna Cut from 62 to 64 HRC. So it should be a good performer, and I can't wait to start testing this one out. It's a comfortable knife, and when I say the flipping action on this thing is redonkulous, this thing flips out so fast. I just started breaking this one in, so I'm sure it's going to get ridiculously smooth as well, but it's almost already a free dropper. Just a light little shake, and that thing, whoop. So y'all stay tuned for this. I'm going to get started on the testing this weekend with this one and the other one I'm about to show you. Next up, we have the off-grid knives Mamba V3. This one is another large knife. You have these beautiful golf ball dimpled titanium scales that offer the perfect amount of grip. Because y'all know my hands and my neuropathy, if it's too aggressive, it's going to be miserable for me, but they knocked off the sharp peaks. Now, don't get me wrong, it's definitely aggressive, but it's not, in my opinion, uncomfortable. And that's initially. I haven't started testing this one yet, so we'll see. But once again, even though you have this large flipper tab, it's in front of that pivot. You got jumps there, and this thing rockets out also. I think this one's right at a 4-inch blade too. This one is also in CPM Magna Cut. You have a deep carry reversible pocket clip on both of them. Would have been cool if they would have put this lock relief on the inside, because you had this beautiful golf ball pattern milled into the tie, and then it's broken up by a lock relief. Yeah, this one, if you didn't see that, is stupid smooth. Yeah. I'd rather a full-size flipper tab than one of those minimal ones any day. The minimal ones tend to hurt my fingers. So this one, perfect. And the scallop jumps like that, I didn't think that was going to be too effective, but boy, is it nice. Yeah, really, really nice. Yeah, I cannot wait to start testing these out. A new one coming from CJRB. This is the Maximal. This right here is a design collaboration with DCA from the Knife Center. That is David C. Anderson, if you don't know. But if you watch any of their videos, you know who he is. And he also, I don't know if he's still doing it or not, but he makes custom fixed blades also. I think it's Nordic Knives or something like that. You have contoured micarta on this one. You can also get it in G10. Very grippy micarta. Thumb studs are perfect. And at first I thought it was a clip point, but if you look, it's more of a drop point that's going to be very versatile, because that tip is all the way down by that pivot. So you can easily maneuver that tip into things. Piercing's going to be good. It's a medium-sized knife. I can still get a 4-finger grip on it, nice and comfortable. You have a deep carry reversible pocket clip, smooth crossbar lock action. It's not an adjustable crossbar lock, but I will say the tension strength on the Mega Springs is sheer perfection. That's one thing that I've noticed with CJRB that they have done. Right out of the gate, they did a fantastic job with getting the right size of Mega Springs and the right tension. If I recall correctly, I'm almost 100% sure, I'm about 99% sure it comes with a spare set of Omega Springs. If I'm wrong and I find that out before I post this, I'll put it up somewhere on the screen. Got one that I've been wanting to check out from Asher Knives, and that is the ACUTO. I thought this one was a very stunning knife. And one thing I noticed about Asher Knives is this last drop, they must be ordering more and more in their drops, because I know everybody complains how they're always out of stock of everything. Well, now you click on it, there's a whole, like, it shows you all the knives in stock, and talk about a lot of them are in stock, or at least whenever I bought this one. But this has a nice snappy thumb stud deployment, and check that. I guess you could consider that a clip point there. That's what I would say. Almost kind of like the Maximal, except this one comes to a more acute tip there, and it drops down even further than the Maximal. So this one's going to be a highly, highly versatile blade, because you can easily manipulate the tip. Talk about a bulky tip there. That is a nasty, look how thin it is too. So that's going to be an excellent piercer with a bag of potato chips. You got fullers on both sides, dual thumb studs. Looks like you have a good sharpening choil because that plunge grind looks like comes down right here. So yeah, that's where it starts to thicken up. And every Asher knife that I've tested so far has been an excellent slicer, and they all perform really, really well, especially for where they have these priced. In my opinion, they're some of the best bang for the buck you can get in pocket knives right now. This one is in S35VN. He uses a lot of S90V. He uses, I think, some 20CV. Yeah, I love me some Asher knives. I had been looking at this one, and I decided to pick it up. They do the deep carry pocket clips. They are reversible. You can see the little slot there. Got a hidden lanyard post, titanium backspacer. This one is an inset liner lock, as you can see. So yeah, excellent, snappy action, and initially this one feels great in hand. I'm very excited about this one. Hopefully I can get this review up before these go out of stock, because I already saw one of them is out of stock, and that is coming from Traditional Pocket Knives. This is the Kentucky Holler Jack. I handled this one at Blade Show, and I begged him to buy one of the prototypes at Blade Show, but obviously he couldn't do that. So he asked me which version I want to see. There's an abalone one. There's one that's like yellow, smooth yellow bone, maybe red, I think. And the stag right here, I think that's stag bone maybe. And he asked which one. I said, just whatever's your favorite. And this is the one he sent. So you have dual stainless steel bolsters, triple flute on top, single flute on the bottom, and easy pull right here. And you have long pulls on both sides. I can easily grab a hold of that blade, and you have a nice half stop. Nice walk and talk on this one. Just listen to this. I'm not that good at rating the walk and talk, but if I had to put a number on it, I'd say it's about a 7, maybe 7.5. It's nice, especially in its open position. I'm not worried about that closing on me. The reason why I love this is because I love me a good spear point. It looks like a spade blade on a Swiss Army knife. I just love that. It's got a hollow grind on them. Got a nice satin finish. The jimping up there is very, very grippy. It's on that borderline of being too much, but you know, it's good. It's a small, compact slip joint. Everything's nicely done. You don't have any gaps anywhere. And the blade steel is in 154 cm steel. So he was able to get the price down a little bit on these because of a more compact knife, using 154 instead of the S90 you see in a lot of his other designs. Let's compare the size to another one of my favorites from TPK, the Ohio River Jack, the newest one that they have. So as you can see, it's a much more compact slip joint than the Ohio River Jack. Love this thing. God, it's such a good slip joint. I know QSP is the OEM on this one, and I'm not 100% certain. I'll find out for the full review, but I need to get started on testing these before these all sell out. Any of these knives in this video interest you and they are available, I will have them all linked down below in the description. Next up, we have a brand new EDC fixed blade coming from Knafs. This is the Lander 4. This would have been great with a minimal Kydex sheath just because it's a very compact EDC fixed blade, but it has a little retention screw here if you need to tighten up the retention. Little drainage hole right there. Comes with this paracord and a lanyard bead. I'm guessing that's brass there. You have an area to push off. Comes with a small Tech-Lock style belt clip attachment. I removed it because I've already ordered an Ulti-Clip for this. But yeah, it holds it in there nicely. There's no rattle to the sheath. And this one is the more budget-friendly version. So you have these beautifully contoured and grippy micarta scales. You have the drop point blade. Excellent fine cut jimping here. Now, I can choke up in the hammer grip and get a 4-finger grip. This is going to be a great one for that pinch grip. Love that versatile blade shape. This one has a black wash finish, and this one is in 14C 2010 steel. This is the more affordable one. I think it was like 64 if I remember correctly. You got these large carriage bolts here. I think those are, or chain bolts, whatever they're called. Let's check out the sharpening choil. Is done nicely. You can see that plunge comes right here, so you can have a couple of sharpenings before you have to worry about doing anything to it. One thing I was surprised to see though, the fixed blade is actually smaller than the original lander. So go right at the front of the scales on both of these. You can see you have more of a handle on the lander folder. Not too sure why he went that route, because I think this is a perfect size, especially for my medium-sized hands, and people with large hands, it would have helped out a little bit. And then the handle scales are thinner than this contoured lander right here. But I absolutely love this one. I've been carrying it here, just dropping it in the back pocket or in the front pocket, but mainly in the back pocket. It's very lightweight. It's very easy to carry. And I'm sure somebody will make some fold-over custom Kydex sheaths for it. We also picked up the Knafs Lander 4 Premium Edition. Same sheath, same paracord and bead. Except this one has a sheepsfoot blade with a raw stonewash finish. That same excellent jimping up top. Very comfortable black linen micarta that is contoured. And this particular version is in S35 VN steel right there. And the sharpening choil. Sharpening choil isn't the best on this one. It comes to about right there. So you probably will better sharpen it a few times. Not a big deal in my opinion on fixed blades, because I can easily fix that. I don't have any stop pins or anything to worry about. I love how I can get right down on that tip. It's going to be an excellent utilitarian blade shape here. So yeah, that is a Knafs Lander 4. Which one of the Lander 4s do you like best? I probably like the drop point a little better. Now, you know, of course, if I was going to choose, because this one's in S35 VN, I'd probably go with this one. But if these are both in the same steel, which one would you choose? I like the overall aesthetics of this one and the versatility of it. Next up, we have the new Tenable Knives KRYO, and I gotta say, this might become my new favorite Tenable knife. The only one that it's rivaling right now is the Tenable fin rear. This is the budget fin rear. It's a great knife, and I love this variant. They are now available. I'll link both of these if I remember to link this one, but I like this one a whole lot. It's a bigger knife than I expected. It's not huge or anything, but I'll call it a larger knife. Here it is next to the Ontario Rat Model 1. So it's smaller than the Rat 1. I went with the black washed drop point version. They're all drop points. The handle scale options, you can get a few different colors of micarta. You don't have to get a black wash blade. They have 9-coated as well. And they have some with aluminum scales. Now, the only reason I didn't go with the aluminum scale version is because there's no texture on aluminum, so I was kind of worried it might be a little slick. I don't know. It's either have that chalkiness to it to where it's got a little bit of grip, but if they didn't do that, it's going to be a little slick because there's no grippiness to it. But you got this nice drop point, 14C 20-10 steel, a very well-attuned crossbar lock, very snappy. Initially, it feels great in hand. And let me check, yeah. They have the adjustable crossbar lock on this one. Essentially, you can decrease or increase the tension on those Omega springs. Good jimping up top. Even though it's a small row, it does grip the finger nicely. You have a deep carry reversible pocket clip. Yeah, this one is a winner in my opinion. Well, I reviewed the Asher Knives Lil Buddy EDC fixed blade on the channel, and I gotta say, I absolutely love this fixed blade. It came with the minimal fold over taco sheath, comes with a pocket clip attachment, nice little push off there. This one has a contoured and textured G10. You have a full flat ground blade on this one. This particular version is in S90V. There was also a CPM 3V variant. It's comfortable. It's the perfect size. Well, when I bought the ACUTO, or KUTO, however you say it, he must have slipped this in with my order, because I don't recall picking it up, but hey, I'm excited. So this is a new variant. So you get the same sheath system, except this one has contoured, smooth micarta scales, and boy, does that feel great. This one is also in S90V. And I think this was like a special run. I don't know if he's already posted these and they're sold out, or these are gonna be hitting the site soon. If I find any information out for you, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. But yeah, just makes an outstanding EDC fixed blade even better in my opinion. And who knows? This one may be part of my 100K giveaway. I'm not sure yet. I got a ton of awesome knives to give away. So y'all share this video, like, comment, help give me that push to 100K, because for some reason my channel has come to a halt as far as growth. I mean, all my analytics are down. I don't know if I did something wrong or I don't know what it is, but my views, everything's down. Not the biggest deal because we have some very, very awesome people here. Nice family on the channel, and I can't thank every single one of y'all. Y'all are all awesome. Let me know what y'all think about this new version of the Lil Buddy from Asher. We have another budget knife coming from Ameight Knives. This is the Klysta. You got contour G10 front flipper. Very snappy thumb stud deployment on it. You got a versatile drop point blade, nice satin finish, 14C, 2010 steel, pretty large thumb studs there. It is tip up, right hand carry only. It does come with a black coated titanium clip there. Feels great in hand. I can kind of choke up, but it's more of an oversized sharpening tool for me. Nice smooth action. And talk about snappy, man. We have a brand new EDC fixed blade coming from BP Custom Knives. This is the LUK. He posted on his Instagram saying that he was making some fixed blades to help donate either, I don't remember if it was all the proceeds or a lot of the proceeds, to California, the California wildfire relief. So I figured, hey, why not? It's for a good cause. And I know I love his knives, and I thought this one looked great. First time I ever saw a soft loop like that. There's no give to it, but that's pretty cool. Nice minimal kydex, perfect push off right there. And just look at this. Yeah, you got very comfortable softened edges on these purple G10 scales. You have this drop point, and Brandon, the owner of BP Knives, does nice performance grinds. This thing is a full flat, and you can see that's pretty thick stock, but he gets it down very, very thin behind the edge. And he sharpens these on a fixed angled system. This thing is hair whittling sharp. I mean, stupid sharp. I mean, just barely touching it, it's grabbing skin. This one is in LMAX steel, rock weld to 62.5 HRC plus or minus 1. Love it. Perfect size for EDC. I don't know if he's going to do more of these because I know these are out of stock. I will link his site down below. And if you are wondering when he's going to have other drops, you follow him on Instagram. He says when he's doing drops. So yeah, very happy that I was able to score this one. This is coming from Stroup Custom Knives. Pretty sure he's a veteran and he works with disabled veterans, forging and stuff. This is how you do a minimal sheath right here. This is perfection. You got some eyelets here. It came with a large tech lock, but I'll be putting an ulti-clip on this. His knives have that old vintage look to them. It's got a black wash finish. You got a nice rock texture on the flats and on the spine right here. You have this scallop textured G10 and the little hook right there. But it's a nice little compact knife. I can still get a 4-finger grip. And the only reason I did not pick up one of these earlier is because these are in 1095 carbon. And it's just not my favorite. I know some people love it, especially outdoorsmen, because it's very easy to sharpen and it's super, super tough. Well, super tough here, you don't really need super tough here. I mean, maybe for the tip if you're going to be stabbing into something. But 1095 just doesn't hold that great of an edge, and I live here in the South and it's very prone to corrosion. I don't know how long this one sat on the shelf before it even got to my local shop, because he got this from his vendor. Almost looked like there's a little bit of corrosion already on the edge. I'm gonna sharpen this one up because unfortunately this one did not come to me sharp. It's got a, look, I can put a decent bit of pressure there. So that's a bummer, but you know, it's not the biggest deal because I've gotten other custom knives and production knives that, you know, didn't come with the best edges. So I'm gonna put my own edge on it, and I will do my best to get a full review up on this one. So here's another shot of everything. Like I said earlier, if you're interested in any of these, if they are available, I'll link them all down below in the description. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave those down below and I'll do my best to get back with you. I hope everyone of y'all is having a fantastic Saturday. I will see y'all on the next one. Hey, 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 hey.